right, so we just...
I'm ditching this. I like this better.
Okay. I will see what I like as we go.
All right.
Here
we are.
Plus I got notes here. All right. Well, welcome everybody to this podcast that is yet to be named. We're going to figure that out today. If you're watching this or listening to this, you already know what the name is, and we are going to figure that out together in the next 30 minutes to an hour. So, my name is Josh, and I'm joined by...
My name's Patrick.
And we are doing a podcast.
We're doing something.
Patrick.
Dude, if you're watching this, I mean, dude, follow your dreams. Because if somebody's watching this right now after all this, dude, like, follow your dreams because you can do it. If we can do this, you can do anything.
And that is the message and theme of the show. Episode 0, I guess, tentatively titled, What Are We Doing? Because we have found out, as we've tried to set all this up, that we do not know what we're doing.
We know literally nothing.
Listen, if you want to start a podcast, listen.
Don't call me.
If you want to start a podcast, don't, because it is a nightmare. And we are way too invested at this point.
Yeah.
If you're watching this and you're thinking about starting a podcast, you just... Unless you're like already in the music industry or you already work at a place that has all this crap.
Or you're Jeff Bezos.
Yep. Just find another hobby, go hiking, do something for free, because there's a lot of better things you can be doing. We're in too deep, so we're rolling with it.
It's over
and,
now. We have no choice.
Here we go. And you're along for the ride with us. I think this will be a communal thing, and we're going to figure out what to call it. So, anyway, how have you been?
Are we ignoring this? Other than this, I'm okay.
Other than the horrors that have
never ceased. Yeah, dude.
As you have. So Patrick is our tech guy.
Wow. I just self-censored there. That was good. I caught that one mid-throat.
We can bleep it out for fun later. Anyway, right? He'll figure out how to do that. He'll Google it.
Yeah.
Okay, the nightmares that have ailed you the last week and a half or so. Yeah. Besides that, how have you been?
I'm okay.
You're okay?
I'm okay. Work's good.
Yeah.
Wife's good. Buying a car this weekend.
Cool.
You know, we found one. We're going to go get it.
Are you willing to share what kind of car you're buying?
No.
That's fine.
Since this is going on the internet.
Patrick's a very private person. He doesn't want to talk about much. His real name's not even Patrick.
Yeah, my real name is Kevin. But yeah, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. Things are going well. We're getting ready for a little vacay. So, you know, we'll kind of close out the week here and then get ready for a little family excursion.
Sorry, I put you on blast like that. Sorry, my bad.
No, Uruguay's beautiful this time of year. Yeah. Odd combination of polar bears and sand dunes. So that's
That's horrifying.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
no, it's going to be fun. We're going to visit family, and it'll be.
At least you'd see them coming.
You know, that's true. They'd stick out like a polar bear in a sand dune.
In a desert.
As they say.
As the wise scribes used to tell us.
All right, listen. If you're still tuned in, thank you for being here.
It's just us.
Over time.
And our wives, maybe.
Or
maybe our wives made it this far.
Yeah, they already tuned out. They saw where this was going.
They knew exactly what this was going to be.
They knew who they got. Honestly, better show if they were hosting. So you guys got the B team, but that's all right. Listen, we are going to be going on a little vacation, and I hesitate to even call it that because really we're just going to be parenting in a different state.
Yeah.
That's kind of the stage of life I'm in right now, but it's going to be a good time. I always love seeing my wife's family, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to see some new places, do some new things, maybe do a little fishing, a little camping, so it'll be a good time.
Good time, dude.
A good time.
You'll be vibing out there.
So any highlights from the last week that you'd like to share that are worth noting?
The opposite of a highlight. We can talk about the high darkness.
Okay.
No.
You talk about what you want. This is your show.
Yeah, no. Highlights of this week. I'm trying to think. I've been so all consumed by this I haven't really thought about anything other than this. So every time this breaks, I'm like, all right, one more step to just paying somebody else to do it, and us just sit here and talk. But well, no, I finished Doom: The Dark Ages. That was pretty fun.
That's a video game?
Yeah.
Okay, fun.
Yeah, so finished Doom: The Dark Ages. That was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. Got pieced up a couple times, but
yeah,
we won the day.
Okay.
So that was fun. Trying to think. Not much else because summer hasn't really kicked off yet over at our household, like as far as going and doing. Because, well, we did go to the beach last weekend. That was kind of mid, so I neglect to count that a highlight. The food was great. We tried out some new food.
Yeah. Have you ever hit up
food was awesome.
Like a local steamer down at the beach?
No, I
Okay.
have not.
Well, it's good. That was the first time I ever had snow crab, and it was delicious.
Is, I guess, hilarious since I literally live down there and have never been to a steamer.
You should go.
I lived at the beach specifically.
Yeah.
No house.
Yeah, just under the dock.
Lived in a tent. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's fun. What'd you eat?
So, a friend of mine opened a food truck.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, I should have let you
Yeah.
finish the sentence.
Yes. So they opened a food truck. And we went to go sample the wares, so to speak. So I went to the guy, and he's been a cook for a while. Not to put him out there, but a while, you know. So I went to him and I said, "You tell me 3 things. If I'm somebody who's like, sell me on this, give me 3 things." And so he made me 3 things, and they were nuts.
Okay.
They were nuts. They were like these fried rice balls with like different stuff in it. So there was like corn, shrimp, beans, and they're all different, and they're all like sauces are made in house. All this other stuff was in. They had
I'm into that.
Like it was almost like a coleslaw / that thing I just described / shrimp burrito. Like they just crammed everything into a burrito, dude.
Okay. Let me stop you right there.
Yeah, dude.
This is a personal conviction of mine.
Yeah.
Name any food, it is better wrapped in a tortilla.
What I'm describing is facts, because
Yeah.
it literally was. It was the best thing on the menu for sure. Like
Yeah.
the burrito, because they made like 2 of those rice balls, cut them in half, and then I literally watched the cook just hammer them in with his fist. Just went.
That's amazing.
And then laid everything else on top of it, sauced it up, wrapped it up. It was huge. And it was the best thing by far.
I believe you, and I want to try it. And listen, I know, all the people watching this just heard me say that, and they were like, "Nah, that guy's all talk." Today on lunch, not no less than an hour ago, leftover steak from last night.
Ooh.
Cut it up, wrapped it up in a tortilla with some cheese.
Ooh.
Steak wrap.
Steak wrap.
Yeah,
Way
dude.
to go, dude.
Yeah, you can do the same
Did
thing.
you cook the steak?
And
Okay.
we're going to bleep that out because I don't want the government to know my wife's name. My wife did. And, dude, she killed it. It was on the Blackstone.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor. The
Man, I can't believe you called.
no.
I'm bleeping that out, too.
We're having fun with the with the audio software.
Dude, we're... Oh.
All right. Well, anyway. The...
I'm going to bleep that, too.
So, if you haven't caught on yet, we don't know what we're doing.
No,
but
we don't.
anyway,
Yeah.
Dinner was amazing. The steak was great. I brought the leftovers today, cut them up like quesadilla style kind of steak strips.
Yeah.
And I just wrapped them up with a slice of cheese and a tortilla. So much better than just eating a leftover microwave steak,
Yeah.
So
For sure.
I just wanted to put to all the doubters out there that thought he doesn't really believe everything's better wrapped in a tortilla. I did it today. Live by the code.
And I would argue that 99.9% of food can be mashed into another food and it still be good.
For sure.
There are not very many food items that don't play well with others.
For sure. Yeah, and staying on the tortilla thing for a second. This is not a tortilla-based podcast, but
it is now.
the tortilla thing, you can almost take whatever foods you would put on a plate. I'm talking main course, side items, wrap it all in a tortilla. Live a little.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So anyway, that one's free. The anything else noteworthy? It sounds like you had a good time at your friend's food truck.
Yes,
and
the food.
What kind of cuisine was that?
It's more like a Cajun
All right.
side of things.
So how far of a drive would it be for me to go get some food from this food truck?
About 3.5 hours.
Okay. The food truck is mobile, I assume?
They're not moving anywhere right now.
They're not?
They're in one parking lot.
Okay. But they could drive it somewhere if they wanted to?
Yeah.
How much for them to drive it to me? Because 3.5 hours is a bit of a stretch. We'll talk about that. Get
More
a number.
than, yeah.
Contact your people. Get a number. We'll talk. So anything else you'd like to share before we get into it? Let's figure out what this podcast is called.
Yeah, let's figure out what the podcast is called, but I've been watching the waveform real quick. I'm going to cut this out. Can you, holler into your mic real quick?
Woo!
Woo! Okay, I was a little nervous that it wasn't recording your mic.
Okay.
We're good.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, we're good.
So we're live in front of a studio audience. So all this is happening.
You can tell it's a studio audience because they're not laughing.
No one's laughing. Anyway, so should I move it closer? Is that the problem?
No, I think you're good.
Am I too quiet? I'm trying to lean into it.
I think
a
it
little
should
bit.
be
I just
good.
don't want to hold it.
Yeah, no, it should be good. It
Okay.
just it's important where the mic points.
Yeah, sure. Well,
Yeah.
I'll leave it alone.
Yeah.
Hey, we're all in this together.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's getting posted no matter what. I'm too invested at this point that this is going to be somewhere.
We're going.
It's going
We're
somewhere.
going national.
Yeah, I don't care how bad it is. It could be that just these mics aren't even working and that's picking up audio, and I'm still going to post it because it's just we've come too far.
Yeah.
To not put something on the internet.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, hey, before we get into the main topic, let's check the mailbag, shall we?
Okay. Yeah.
So mailbag, unsurprisingly empty this week. This is a show.
If anyone's watching, we would love to hear from you.
Yes, and by the time we get a name for all this, we'll have all the socials, we'll have an email address, we'll have a way for you to contact us. This will be on YouTube. You can comment there. We'd love to hear from you. We want this to be a somewhat of a communal thing, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun to hear from people. We might know you, we might not, but let's hear from you. I did get, I set up an email to be renamed later. But just to get an email going and kind of get the hang.
2 Idiots podcast.
Yeah. Well, welcome to No One's Gonna Listen to This. Hey, that's a good name. Write that one down. Anyway, I set up an email just to get something created, and as creative director, I felt like I should be doing something while you're struggling with all the tech, and. I
really sometimes feel like I should have role reversed it. Like I should have made you do all this.
This would have never got off the ground. I would not have done
instantly.
it. I just wouldn't have done it. I'd been like, nah, I can't.
You do, like, podcasting sucks.
This is hard. I quit. So anyway, I did get one message from an anonymous Google account, and they said the recovery phone for your account was changed. If you didn't change it, you should check what happened. And I thought, that's good advice.
I can't believe.
You got to stay diligent.
Man.
If you didn't do something, you should check what happened.
100%.
If you see something, say something.
I can't believe we got mail before we even posted this.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I'd love to know, hey, if you are reply at google.com or whatever it was, reach out, come out.
Let us know.
Come into the light.
Yeah, we'll give you a T-shirt that we don't have.
Yeah,
for the podcast we haven't named.
Once we get a name, hey, we'll get all the merch. Patrick's sitting on loads of cash.
6 to 8.
We'll get all the stuff. We'll get all the stuff. We'll have a shop up and running by next week. That's not true. So Patrick's about to quit. I better stop.
My heart picked up a little bit. I was like, oh god.
We
head out and be like, all right, Patrick. I hope this is all taken care of.
We also got a couple of tips about two-step verification. Got to stay secure. New logins on devices stuff like that. Other than that, not much
What
in
a
the mailbag.
full mailbag.
Yeah, it's pretty empty right now.
Yeah, please comment and write to us.
Our inbox is like a polar bear in the Sahara. You know?
Yeah, it's going to die
lonely.
really soon.
I'm just going to keep that rolling. Anyway, we hope there will be more once people know that this show exists.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we'll get some comments. So, anyway, let's get to it, shall we? Episode 0 topic. Name that podcast.
Polar bear in the desert?
Yeah. Subtitle, Polar Bear in the Desert. Anyway, so we talked about this beforehand. We have not shared our list of potential names with each other. We are going to share them with each other live and in person right now. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to go back and forth?
We should go back and forth.
Do you want to give me your full list and I give you my full list?
We should talk. We should, make a case.
Okay, sure. All right, you go first.
All right. So, in thinking of for a name and thinking about what we talk about on a fairly regular basis, the first one I came up with was Weirdos in the Woods.
If
we're gonna do like a paranormal, like supernatural, like talk about sketchy stuff, 2 weirdos in the woods. Now that would kind of limit where we're filming. We might need to go find like a camp out somewhere to record in the woods, or a green screen. We could put a green screen. Dude, green screen, like a campfire behind us.
That'd be awesome.
Bigfoot in the background.
Little crackling.
People have to really look. We move him every week. Just create more mountains of work for us to do.
Yeah, let's add more to this.
So Weirdos in the Woods was my first one.
This has been too easy. Okay. Yeah, not bad. I do think we're going to get into some weird stuff. So yeah, we can jot that one down. I kind of thought along a similar line, just with like not Weirdos in the Woods, but like sort of inside jokes. Like we have a little, just to give you guys some insight, we have a little personal history. We worked together for a few years. We don't work together anymore. I unfortunately had to let him go.
Yeah.
The
insubordination.
We've remained friends. And
allegedly.
And now we're starting a podcast together. So
allegedly.
now we're business partners?
Allegedly.
So anyway, so we have some inside jokes that we're going to have to let everybody in on if they come up. But one that I thought would be funny is a common phrase that we would say whenever something had to be said and there was no better way to say it. We'd say, "Look, we're all men here," and then we'd say what we have to say. So I thought, we're all men here.
That would be a good one.
Now, it is a little bit exclusive.
Yeah.
Because
it's 2025.
I'm not trying to get canceled, but also...
we could also be honest. Probably not a lot of women going to watch this.
Well, but I don't want to exclude our female audience because we might gain some traction there.
That's true.
Depending on how this goes.
That could be our whole audience.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get into some Martha Stewart stuff. We'll change our whole dynamic. And we'll talk about what is interesting for our viewers and listeners. We'll pivot.
Yeah.
We're not too scared to shill. So we will
like it.
We will pander till the pandas come home.
I like it. That's a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good one.
All right, next.
Okay. So this is my wife's personal favorite.
Okay.
Because she laughed and she said that fits y'all very well. Legally not experts. So we give advice that we have no business, which we do this anyways.
Right.
We're still going to be riffing, but
sure.
Yeah, we give advice every time we give advice on something we know little to nothing about.
Which is going to be pretty much everything.
Yeah, and we're going to have to, even no matter what, we're still going to have to put that stamp out there. Like,
yeah, there's going to have to be a disclaimer.
Yeah, we're not in trouble for whatever you choose to do, but legally not experts was
That's funny.
was the wife's personal favorite.
That's funny. That's a good one. Another inside joke. Take it out of your lunch.
Take it out of your
That's
lunch.
something I used to tell you.
These poor souls taking it out of their lunch.
Yeah, because we're recording on lunch breaks a lot of the time. That's kind of the thought anyway.
Yeah.
That's something that I used to say and still do to the people I work with. If somebody shows up a little late, hey, no sweat. Take it out of your lunch.
Yeah.
Make the time right. So.
Man, could you imagine the poor souls take their lunch out for this?
Yeah.
They're like, I waited all day, got on my lunch break, turned this off.
Yeah.
Well, now I got to figure out what to do with the rest 50 minutes of my lunch break.
Somebody walks in on you. What you watching? I don't know. These guys have not come up with a name yet. They started without any information.
How long do you think this would take? How long do you think this could take of us trying to figure out a name?
I'm hoping to find out in the next few minutes here.
Oh, that's true. Because we got to pick something, right? Like, we can't just make an anonymous account.
We got to make an account.
Oh, okay.
We got to make logos. We got to make social accounts. We
need T-shirts.
There's a lot of stuff that I have to do.
Senator approval. Yeah.
That I haven't been able to do.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Because we don't have a name.
Okay. So we're on a time crunch.
Yeah. So let's get going. Let's get going. Give me a quick shot. Give me like 2 or 3.
Okay. Hot takes and cold pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. We'll have to get some pizza yesterday.
Yeah, we do. That. We always have some hot takes.
Yeah.
But the important stuff sometimes we leave in the fridge.
Okay. All right. Hit me.
What about microwave thoughts?
Microwave thoughts.
You know.
Yeah. That's probably pretty accurate because, listen, nothing's coming out of this mouth from a slow cooker.
I just thought, you know, like half the stuff we say is just nonsense.
Yeah.
And it's the same. It's the same. What's coming out of our mouths is the same thing that our brain is doing when you're up at 3 a.m. staring at a microwave as you're waiting for that hot pocket to finish, and you're just.
And listen, for the viewers, that would work too, because you heard of a microwave minute.
Yeah.
You know, it's longer than a real minute. So
yeah.
the people who were watching this
is a microwave 35 minutes.
They're like, is this ever going to end? Okay. So along that same vein, a name that I thought of that I've actually had kind of in my back pocket for a while, because I thought, hey, no one's going to want to hear what I have to say, but if I ever did decide to start a podcast, I always like this. The Good Dumb Fun Show.
Yeah.
Which is
a good one.
It's based on something that I say a lot, where I'm like, hey, we're just in here for some good dumb fun, or hey, I watched this movie this weekend. There was no plot, but it was good dumb fun.
Yeah.
You know, just nonsense, relaxing, kind of no pressure, no stress, which I think kind of encapsulates what my vision for the show is. That we're gonna do is just kind of something, just a laid back approach, just good dumb fun. Nonsense, but relaxing in some way, to kind of decompress after a long week.
Yeah, and that doesn't lock you into like a specific topic. I guess I didn't think about that earlier. Like Weirdos in the Woods kind of locks you into. If we're weirdos in the woods and we're talking about the political climate, they're like, what are these two idiots in the wood? We for sure are.
At least not in the way that the news
it's going to be episode 2.
Good dumb fun is kind of a broad thing. Yeah. It's like, hey, we can talk about whatever we want.
We can do whatever we want.
We're just having fun.
Yeah. It's definitely on brand for us.
Yeah.
Just as people.
I'd like to think we're good dudes.
Yeah.
Not the brightest crayons in the box.
Yeah, we're definitely idiots.
But we're a good time. You know?
100%.
Okay, well, I'm glad you like that one. I've
always
always kind of liked that one
on there, yeah.
And then last one for me, I think, for the sake of time, hear me out. The Josh Horton podcast.
Josh Horton and servants. Josh Horton and employees.
Yeah, you know, I think it's got a good ring to it.
Yeah.
You know, strong
let's go
strong
with that
brand.
One. Yeah, let's go with that one. Okay. Let's lock that one in. Let's move that one to the top.
I'll jot it down.
Jot that down.
I
don't
think
think
you're sold on it, but we'll talk.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. Yeah.
What else you got?
That's all I got.
That's all you got?
That's
okay,
all I got.
Let me some honorable mentions then.
Honorable mentions.
So Patrick and I, without revealing too much, worked together for about 2.5, 3 years in the realm of higher education, admissions, that sort of thing. So that's kind of how we got our start. A lot of our shared stories are going to be based on that. So I came up with some punny type, you know, business / higher ed type of names. So I'll rattle them off. Okay, Out of Office.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Because we're stepping out of office. We're gonna do this show for a little bit. So we were on staff at this
place.
Okay.
Oh, already too much.
Oh yeah, bleep out school. At this institution.
Yeah.
Staff infected. I just wanted to see your reaction to that one. Okay.
I was like, there's no way we can name it that. There's no chance.
Staff with F's.
No chance, dude.
Okay. Syllabusless. Because we don't really have a
very
plan.
On the nose.
We don't really have a plan.
Yeah, very on the nose.
Still kind of okay. Yeah, you
well, now I'm just not going to bleep it out.
Unaccredited.
Okay.
Because no one's going to approve of this.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Okay. All right. This will be a niche one. Not everybody's going to get this. we're both people of faith.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Coming from a higher ed background.
Yeah.
FERPA love of God.
Okay, wait. Put that one towards the top. Put that one towards the top. I really like that one. I really like that one.
Okay, business, Microsoft Excel.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Existential dread.
Oh, that's a good one too,
Yeah?
man.
Okay.
This is gonna take longer
Yeah.
than one episode.
All right. We're weeding them down.
I got one. How about extended detention?
Extended
Because that's
detention.
basically what we're doing to these people.
Yeah, thanks for being here, by the way. It means a lot. All right, a couple of more puns. And role models. People look up to us.
Yeah.
You know? Okay.
I'm definitely not going back and bleeping it now.
And roll with it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
All right, last one. Hear me out.
Okay.
Rock and roll.
What?
Rock and roll.
Oh gosh.
Like enrollment.
Yeah. Okay.
Rock
dude.
enrollment.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Do you want to just ask work if we can make a podcast?
No. That's not what we're doing. They don't know we're doing this.
They're gonna find out real soon. We're gonna get doxxed in the first week.
We're not on company time, okay? What
That's
we
true.
do with our lunch hour is nobody's business.
That's true.
Except our beautiful wives.
Facts.
So, okay, well, that's all I got. So I think we're down to, you seem to like Good Dumb Fun Show, FERPA Love of God, Existential Dread.
They're all so good.
And I really liked Legally Not Experts.
Yeah.
So we've
Can we
narrowed it-
do existential dread as like a bit where we like spend an hour trying to figure out how to do something? Like I give you a task and we record. You got 10 minutes to figure out how to set up this task in
Yeah.
Excel.
Yeah, people will love to watch that.
Visually thrilling.
For those of you listening, he's clicking on columns and rows.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. That's so
Okay.
good.
All right. So are
FERPA
you,
love of God is as on the
FERPA.
nose.
FERPA Love of God.
Yeah, FERPA love of God. That's as on the nose as it gets, dude.
Okay. So are you happy with those 4? Am I missing any that you were attached to?
I think we should. I think we should
Microwave
get.
Thoughts was good too.
We should get rid of existential dread. We should knock
Okay.
that one out.
That could be a bit.
Yeah,
In some way.
I think that could be a bit.
Okay, so we're down.
I don't
to-
think we can do FERPA love of God. I don't think we could do that one.
Unless it was a higher ed focused podcast.
Yeah,
I
not
guess.
catchy.
Yeah.
It's not catchy. It's funny.
It's pretty niche.
It's funny.
But that's where I operate.
But is somebody going to go into Google and type in FERPA love of God? Probably not.
Niche is like my humor sweet spot.
Yeah.
I like for me to understand the joke, and then if
You
people
should
are-
definitely save it and maybe do a work podcast
There
and
you
name
go.
it that.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll save that one. So we're
So
down to Legally Not Experts and the Good Dumb Fun Show.
Oh man, Good Dumb Fun is so good though.
It is
Like
I am
like
partial to it.
Yeah.
I am partial to it, and Legally Not Experts really is probably going to need to be a disclaimer that we say every
Yeah.
episode anyway.
Yeah, I feel like we're already going to be doing that.
And they'll know.
Yeah.
But we'll still have to say it.
But just because Good Dumb Fun, that encapsulates really everything we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Right? Because this is really just
It's
Good Dumb Fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have a name?
You want to spit and shake hands on it? Good Dumb Fun Show.
Welcome to the Good Dumb Fun Show.
Welcome to the Good Dumb Fun Show.
All right.
We did it.
We did it. Okay. Well,
There it is.
let's talk about. So we've gotten into it a little bit. Man, I'm excited. We have a name.
This is fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a show. Let's talk about what we want it to be. You know, let's give the our single digit listener crowd an
Let's
idea,
tell our wives
an
what we think
idea-
this was going to
yeah,
be.
let's tell our family and closest friends what this is going to be all
My
about.
friends are not going to watch this.
So I might get us a good out of state crowd because I think I have enough people where I'm from that may want to know
Yeah.
what I'm up to.
Yeah.
All
All those
at least
folks
I
in
hope so.
Colorado.
They're probably just glad I left, to be honest. But
They're
they may
like,
be
"This is what
curious.
he's doing
They-
now?"
They may be curious about what I've been up to.
Yeah.
So,
You're
I
like,
might
you
get
want to
us
know
a
what
good-
I've been doing? Watch my podcast.
Yeah. We'll get a good. I'll get the analytics rolling once this is posted, and we'll see where our listener crowd comes from.
Because we have to move, right?
What?
Like if 90% of our crowd is in one spot.
Yeah, we can go do a
Like
live
what
show.
if this blows up and we get like 1 million subscribers and 99% of them are located in Idaho?
We're going.
We got to go.
But I have a hunch so far.
Most people in Idaho probably like
The
don't have
only way
internet or
this is
anything.
going to blow up is if you get so frustrated with the tech that you throw it all in a dumpster and light it on fire.
Yeah, you have to hire somebody out. You go solo.
Honestly, the way things have gone, we'll be lucky if this sees the light of day. We may not even be recording right now.
We're posting it no matter what. I don't care.
Okay,
I've come too far.
Okay, so now that we've got a name.
Yeah, we've got a name.
What is this show? What is the Good Dumb Fun Show? So a couple questions that I thought, would be good. We could talk about why we wanted to start a podcast, what kind of show we want it to be, that sort of thing. Maybe some ideas that kind of led to this moment here. So why do you want to start a podcast?
Well, really, this is an excuse to like hang out with my friend, because really, like we see each other around work and we riff a little bit, but because we work together and we riff so often, but when jobs change and people move and whatever, ultimately just having fun, because I'm not doing much else.
Sure.
And I like hanging out with you.
Yeah.
So,
well,
I think if we can do so. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I cut you off?
I'm just kidding. No, I was pretending to cry, get emotional.
Oh yeah. I love you so much.
I love you too.
I mean, like my ultimate. Well, I guess sorry. I'm getting mixed up. You're asking what I want it to be. I was thinking about what it's going to accomplish. Because if
floor's open,
if we do this for like a year, and one person comments and says, "You guys, when you said or did XYZ, I laughed out loud," like I would come away after a year being like, "Oh, we won big time."
Yeah.
Like we made somebody laugh.
Yeah, that's the best. Honestly, making somebody laugh is the best feeling.
Oh, it is. It's incredible.
Especially when it's like a genuine thing, like not like a pity laugh. Like you genuinely struck a chord with them.
Yeah.
That is the best.
Yeah.
And we are nowhere near like comedians.
No.
But we like to have a good time. We like to joke around, and we like to have fun. So I'm with you on that part. I love that, and just the thought of like other people enjoying this is exciting. But also, if we do this for a year, and we look at the analytics, and we have 0 views outside of our homes,
I still laugh
because it's just us like monitoring and making sure everything posted right.
Yeah.
If nobody ever lays eyes on this, I still want to do it for the same reasons. Like, I think it's just fun to hang out with you. I think it's fun to, it's kind of a creative outlet. It's kind of a way in the middle of the day to decompress a little bit and, just have a little fun conversation. And for anybody who wants to tag along and listen or watch, then great. But if not, I think we're still going to
We still had fun.
Yeah, we're still going to do it because that's really what we're doing it for, is just some, back to the name, just some
good dumb fun.
Good,
what a good
dumb
name.
Fun.
That turned out. I didn't think it was going to epiphanize.
I've had that
right
one.
There.
I've had that one in my pocket for a while because I thought if I ever started a podcast, I might want to call it this.
Yeah.
Just because I heard myself say it one day and I'm like, that's a good, good band name. Not a band name, but a podcast name.
Yeah.
So I'm like, should I say it? Should I not? But this seemed like a good place to at least throw it out there and see if it stuck. So, I do want full custody of the name.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You can have full custody of the name.
Legally.
Legally you're in charge. Yeah.
Yeah. Legally, not an expert, but I think this is binding.
The handshake. I mean, the handshake on video.
Everybody saw it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's game over for me.
I'm joking around, but that's kind of where I'm at. And I just thought it'd be a fun thing to do. I've always liked listening to podcasts, and I've had some friends do podcasts that were a good time. I've heard professional podcasts that are a good time, and I just thought, this would be fun to do, whether it ever became anything or not.
Yeah, it's still gonna be fun. Yeah, like we're still gonna talk and have a good time and have fun.
Yeah. So is that really the essence of what we want the show to be? It's just a good time?
Yeah. Because we're just goofing around.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, ideas are going to come and go. Stuff's going to stick. Stuff's going to not stick.
Yeah.
The core, hopefully, is that as long as we're having fun, and at minimum, if one person, not even minimum, if someone laughs, I'm taking that as an absolute win.
Yeah.
I'm like, if
for all time.
If one person comments and goes, dude, your bit about your bit about polar bears in the deserts made me laugh so hard. We're like, I'm riding that high for years to come, dude. So yeah, if it's us and one other person, we're good.
Win. W.
So yeah, no, but you're right. The essence of what this is like, if we can, us just encapsulating the fun and attempting to deliver it.
Yeah.
Because
awesome.
that's really what I'm trying to do. Is I'm well, first and foremost, trying to make you laugh.
Good luck.
Yeah. And then if by extension us laughing makes them laugh, then I'm good.
Yeah, laughing's contagious to some extent. But,
unless you're not funny, which is we'll find out real soon. We're gonna find out real soon if we're funny or not.
We're gonna have to laugh a lot and hope the laughing's contagious because no one's gonna be laughing at the jokes. That's for sure.
Man.
Okay. Well, so we've had a couple of conversations about this sort of thing, like what do we want the show to be about, what kind of stuff do we want to talk about, what do we want to talk about often, what do we want to talk about all the time. You had a segment idea where you would show me a video and see how I react to it.
Oh yeah.
What about that sounds enticing to you about my reaction to something? I
was a little bit nervous about bringing this up because I don't have anything prepped.
We don't have to do it today.
Okay, good, because I don't have
We're just talking about ideas, what people can expect.
I know of a surefire way to make me laugh, and that is to show you something. If I can, because you're so hard to get a reaction out of, and I may have to put the video of the first time I pranked you on here somewhere. Of where,
when did you prank me?
Yeah, that's what, back like my first 3 months of us working together, and we set something. I don't remember what it was, but I set up my phone to record your face as you walked into the office. We had done this whole thing.
Oh, I remember this.
And you walked in and literally went, oh, nice, and kept walking. And I literally was like, does this guy hate life? Like, is he just miserable? And then I came to realize you're just a very mild-tempered person. It's hard to get you to, like, freak out. Whether it's good or bad, because I may show you something and you like, this you ruined my day, which would still make me laugh.
Listen, no, this has been a problem for me for a long time. Let me give you 2 examples.
Yeah.
Receiving gifts is really hard for me because I can be filled with emotion on the inside, but I just don't animate well on the outside. So like my wife will give me a present and be like, do you like it? And I'm like, I love it. This is my favorite thing ever. And she's like, well, I can't tell. So, and then, my wife, my family, like my sister is an amazing gift giver. She's given me some great things. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like, I feel like I don't want to force it and be disingenuous.
Yeah.
So I try to give a genuine reaction, but my genuine reaction is not very animated.
Yeah.
So that's been a problem. The other problem, a few years ago, I decided to take a self-defense class. I don't know if you know this.
No, you never told me this.
So I took a self-defense class. It was an edged weapons course at a listen, follow along for a minute. It was an edged weapons course at a local business that did this sort of thing in the state where I'm from.
How have I never heard this story?
Well, probably for the reasons I'm about to share. So I'm taking this edged weapons course. There's probably 20 of us in the room, and we're using these probably 8-inch rubber knives, like hard rubber knives. I think I've still got one. I'll bring it and show it to you. But the idea is that they can't hurt you, but they can be used to demonstrate in the course. And we were learning a technique called hollowing out. And if you're not familiar, hollowing out is when you make your body hollow by leaping backwards. Like if somebody's coming at you with a knife, you leap backwards,
right?
But your arms and legs extend, and you create this hollow air bubble pocket to get your torso away from the blade that your attacker is coming at you with. So the instructor had been watching me practice with my friend, and he noticed that my reactions were not very satisfactory. So he wanted to show me something. So he says, everybody gather up, you come over here. So I come over there. This is like a retired, like, military.
Like Navy SEAL kind of deal. This guy was real business.
Legit, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And he has his rubber blade, and he said, basically, here's what I want you to do. And everybody watch this. He's like, I'm going to surprise you and you're going to hollow out. And I want to show everybody something. And little did I know he was embarrassing me in front of the class. And it was fine. But it's funny in hindsight. And my friend still laughs about this. So he is mid-sentence talking about tactics and strategy. And then all of a sudden just lunges at me, stabs me right underneath my sternum. I didn't move at all. He stabbed me so hard, I had a bruise.
He might have actually stabbed you, yeah.
I had a bruise that was about a centimeter wide and 2 inches long.
He could have really hurt you.
From this rubber blade.
Yeah.
Because he stabbed me as hard as he could.
He really could have hurt you bad.
I didn't move at all. I didn't even flinch, dude. And he got me good. And he was like, ladies and gentlemen, this is an example of poor reaction time.
Oh,
and,
he did you dirty.
Yeah. So, and he meant well. He wasn't trying to like embarrass me.
How bad did that hurt?
It was pretty bad. I have a picture
of the bruise.
Yeah.
You got to show me.
I'll show you later.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got me really good.
Bro.
So anyway, my reactions, emotional reactions, physical reactions.
Yeah, because you just stood
great.
there and then started crying, but you didn't make any.
I did
it was
not
just
cry. I took it like a man.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, good for you.
I took it like a man.
Good for you.
And then I learned my lesson and I got better because it hurt a lot. But he was
Is
trying
hollowing like your natural reaction now to any sort of physical altercation?
My friend and I will just randomly tell each other to hollow out. And we'll lunge at each other with whatever's in our hand. And it's a good time. It's a fun game.
That's
awesome. You can't play it with anybody.
Yeah.
But if you took that Edge Weapons course in 2015 or whatever it was, then you would know what to do.
That's so fun.
Yeah, I'll show you the picture later.
I can't believe you've never told me that before.
Yeah. So anyway.
That's hilarious.
So I understand now. So you're trying to make me react.
Yeah.
And I'm a notorious
yes.
non-reactor.
Yes.
Okay.
So if I can show you something and you either bellow out loud or you're just like, my day is ruined, either way, I'll be like, that's a win, dude.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be like, how do you feel? And if it's good or bad, I win.
That's another thing. My wife and I had to come up with a scale so that I could tell her, like, if I liked a meal she cooked or something. And she, like...
like a Richter scale?
Basically. She came to me one day and she's like, okay, here's what I've learned since we've been married.
Yeah.
When you say anything from fine to really good, like, that's kind of my scale. It's like fine, not bad, good, pretty good. Like, I don't even remember what the whole scale was. She knows, but we had to come up with something because it's like I would just say like, oh yeah, it was good or it was fine. You know, I would say everything pretty optimistically so she could never really tell how I felt about it. And
yeah.
I'm not trying to hide the ball or anything. That's just kind of my general approach. So,
yeah.
Okay, well, that'll be fun. And we'll come up with other segments, and a lot of this is going to happen organically. And we may come up with some new ideas now that we have a name for the show. We can kind of brainstorm and figure something out. But I just wanted to hear your thoughts on what that might look like.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what about you?
Well, I think it'd be fun to do, like I jokingly did the mailbag earlier. I think it'd be fun to have a mailbag if people commented on YouTube or whenever we get the official email and social accounts set up, people can comment or message there. I think it'd be fun to hear from people, even if we only ever have a few people watching. I think it'd be fun just to have some content to discuss in the mailbag about last week's episode or whatever it is. You know, some like legally not an expert could be a segment where people just ask us for our advice.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
We'd be towing some thin ice if people come in here and start asking for legal advice.
Not legal advice, just life advice.
Yeah.
I can't legally give you legal advice.
Yeah.
But I can illegally give you life advice. But no, I thought that'd be fun. So,
yeah. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so stuff like that, I think a lot of it's going to happen organically.
Yeah.
I think that... obviously we're going to have to listen to this. This is really at its core a test recording.
A glorified tech test.
Yeah, because we need to know
that this works.
That this is going to work.
Yeah.
And that we have something we can post. And, we will post this probably.
Eventually,
but, ultimately, I think we have some time to
I've got insert date here to insert date here to work on it.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So,
start taking some days off of work.
Yeah. So, anyway... any closing thoughts you'd like to share as we wrap up here?
I think this is going to be a good time.
I think it will be a good time.
We're going to have a good time.
Yeah. And hey, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Us having a good time.
This is not about them.
Maybe it'll
us.
translate.
Yeah.
Maybe it won't.
Even not, you just have to suffer through it. Because
Yeah.
this is for us.
Yeah. Maybe
this is for me.
Set it to like 2 times speed. You still have to listen, but you can listen quickly.
Yeah. Or just mute us.
Yeah.
Help a brother out.
Yeah. Just get
you don't like what you hear, just mute it.
Get us a view.
Please.
If you are listening to this or watching this, please comment on whatever you're consuming this content on. And we'd love to hear from you. And maybe it'll make it on the show.
Yeah. Tell us what you thought made you laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not even if it made you laugh. If you laughed in your head. If it wasn't funny enough that you didn't out loud laugh, you just went,
Yeah. Let
us know what that was.
What made you exhale a little bit?
Yeah, because I'm sure it was polar bears in the desert. That was a good one.
So, okay. Well, we will figure this out.
Yeah.
This was episode 0. I think we learned a lot. I think that we're going to have a good time. And once we get all the socials and everything, it'll all be in the show notes. We'll get the name, we'll get the socials, we'll get the email, we'll put it all in the notes, and then we'll talk about it on the next episode about where you can find us. And, be sure to like and subscribe, or don't. It's your life. But be sure to...
please like and subscribe.
Tell your friends, right?
Yeah.
So
I'll beg.
Yeah.
If you won't, I will.
Yeah.
Please like and subscribe.
Yeah. And grab
would love if you loved us.
Phones. Grab your friends' phones when they're not looking and like and subscribe on their phones as well.
Yeah, because what you're doing is you're validating us.
Yeah.
Like this is everything for us. And if we don't feel validated, it's just
ultimately,
I'll cry.
Let us know what you want the show to be, because we are people pleasers and we will change everything.
100%. You hate the Good Dumb Fun
Yeah.
show?
We'll change.
We'll change it.
What do you want?
Yeah. What do you want? Just tell us what you want, please.
All right, everybody. I have been Josh.
I've been Patrick.
And we have apparently been
the Good Dumb Fun Show. Hey!
All right.
That's awesome, dude.
Dude, we killed it.
That was so much